Something is seriously off right now. Men and women aren't just different anymore. It feels like they're drifting apart. Fast. You, Zillion X here. Let's be real for a second. Why does it feel like there's so much anger? So much hostility, especially coming from women towards men in this generation? Not disagreement, not frustration, actual resentment. And before anyone jumps in the comments, this didn't come out of nowhere. Something changed. The way people think, the way people date, the way people see each other. It's different now. Look at media. Look at entertainment. How often do you see men being portrayed as the problem? Clueless, weak, toxic, replaceable, over and over again. And at some point, that stops being storytelling and starts shaping how people think. And here's the part people don't want to talk about. When you constantly tell one side they're the problem, you create resentment on both sides. Men feel attacked. Women feel justified. And now you've got a divide that just keeps growing. And you can see it clearly with public figures. Look at Hollywood. Look at mainstream media. Brie Larson, constantly pushing narratives about men in interviews.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him. I want to know what that film meant to women of color.
Amber Heard, one of the most public relationship disasters in recent history.
It was just a kind of a surreal experience, and, it just went away. That just got fixed. We walked out of the trailer at some point. My dog stepped on a bee. We went to the vet and went on with our, vacation. We actually went to another location after that, and then eventually went home and went about our life.
Rachel Zegler, openly criticizing traditional male roles.
I mean, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
So no Prince, or a different kind of Prince?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story, just because we cast a guy in the movie.
Right.
Andrew Burnap, great dude.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Millie Alcock, talking about her own behavior and attitude growing up.
Millie Alcock told Vanity Fair in a new interview that she's aware she'll face backlash over leading Warner Brothers' Supergirl, simply because she's playing a female superhero. Oh, just shut the hell up! The character is female, and there have been many female superhero films over the decades. What do you think people are gonna say? What? Why isn't a dude playing Supergirl? Put down the crack pipe for a second and use your brain. You will not be judged for being a girl playing Supergirl, idiot. You will be judged on your performance, your suitability for the role, and how you conduct yourself in public. The level of stupid here is mind-boggling. The 25-year-old actor, 25 years old? Well then, I guess you know everything about everything then. Everybody's set back. Millie is about to tell us about how things are with all her life experience. Here's an idea. Maybe keep a muzzle on your airhead 25-year-old actresses until after your movie is out. Our girl genius says she is no stranger to dealing with intense fandoms, having broke out as young Rhaenyra Targaryen in the first season of HBO's Game of Thrones prequel series, House of the Dragon. I don't remember anybody criticizing you there. Maybe it's because you weren't off spouting bullshit. It definitely made me aware that simply existing as a woman in that space is something that people comment on, Alcock said. Oh, just shut up. Nobody is commenting on women existing in that space, you muppet. Women have existed in that space for years. We're criticizing you for being a spoiled, self-important, narcissistic, and insufferable little brat. We become very comfortable having this weird ownership of women's bodies. How about you cite some examples of this? Nobody is claiming ownership of your body. Here's a concept your little pea-sized brain can't process. As I've said, film is a visual medium, and both male and female actors need to be aware of that fact if the audience is going to spend 2 hours staring at them. If the focus is not on the visual aspects of your film, then you have to give us something unique and compelling, and I doubt we'll be getting that from a Supergirl movie. And sorry, Millie, like it or not, you will be compared to the two previous actresses that played this part. I can't really stop them. I can only be myself. And yourself is proving to be very unlikable. People are so sick of this crap, and the walking zombies that pass for entertainment have been excreting this crap for over a decade now. Like it or not, Millie, you are selling a product, and your product has to make money. And you pretty much just assured that your product won't make any money with this interview.
Meghan Markle, building an entire identity around conflict narratives.
Kate was called Waity Katie, waiting to marry William. While I imagine that was really hard, and I can't picture what that felt like, this is not the same. And if a member of his family will comfortably say, we've all had to deal with things that are rude and racist are not the same.
These aren't random people. These are influential voices. And millions of people are watching them, listening to them, repeating what they say. And the louder the message, the more extreme it gets, the more attention it gets. Because outrage spreads faster than anything else. And here's what's interesting. Even among women themselves, things aren't as perfect as they're made out to be. You hear it all the time. Competition, jealousy, tension. So clearly this isn't just men are the problem. That's just the easy narrative. I'll never forget this. Back in university, I had a professor look me in the face and tell me that just by being a man, I was already guilty, that it was in my nature, and even other students in the room were uncomfortable. That's when it hit me. These ideas aren't just online. They're real. And once ideas like that spread, they don't stay small. They show up in dating, in work, in everyday life. And suddenly, people stop trying to understand each other and start picking sides. So maybe the problem isn't men, and it isn't women. Maybe it's the environment that's pushing both against each other. Constant comparison, constant pressure, constant noise. And over time, that creates resentment. Because if this keeps going, we're not heading towards understanding. We're heading towards separation. And once that line is crossed, it's very hard to come back from it. So the real question is, who benefits from that? Think about it. And let's be honest, you know exactly who benefits from this. Divide to conquer. Stay safe, people. Zillion X out.